What is going on, guys? In this YouTube video, I'm going to be talking about TERRAUSD. I'm going to be talking about Luna. I'm going to be talking about why it is tanked, how it has tanked, and how the crypto market has suffered seriously as a result of this. I'm also going to be talking about the various theories that are going around regarding the founder of TERRA LUNA, Do Kwon. I'm going to be talking about how there is absolutely theories going around right now that he knew about this, and he basically dipped before it happened. He dissolved his company. I'm going to be talking about another theory that BlackRock and Citadel investment firms, they were behind this. And I'm also going to be talking about more information that's come to light about Do Kwon, such as the fact that he was behind another different stablecoin that crashed. So there are various different things that we're going to be talking about today. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, TERRA LUNA and TERRAUSD. They are absolutely linked. TERRAUSD has a ticker symbol of UST. It is the decentralized and algorithmic stablecoin of the Terra blockchain. And as you can see, TERRA LUNA is the token which relates to this, and it's essentially a layer 1 blockchain protocol that uses fiat-pegged stablecoins to power price-stable global payment systems. However, a lot of people, including myself, believe that this was always a Ponzi scheme. I've said this from the start, although I don't have videos to claim it, to prove it. I have said this privately and to my personal network. It was always going to be a Ponzi scheme. I never trusted it, and I've never actually bought Luna. I don't believe in this coin, and as a result, it has tanked. And do I see it coming back up? No, never. It's now almost 100% down. It is never coming back up. You know, the company, as you can see, TERRA LUNA, they tried to bring back the stable coin pegged to $1 after it tanked. So it tanked here from 0.99 all the way down to around 70 cents. They tried to fight it by selling their Bitcoin, etc., to raise it and get the peg back to $1, but it didn't work, and then it just continued to fall, as you can see. And now again, they had another fight yesterday. It went all the way back up to 80 cents, but it didn't work, and it's now down here to 40 cents. I don't think that UST is going to make it all the way back to the top. I do feel sorry for all the people that were staking and had their life savings. A lot of people had thousands and thousands in the UST stablecoin, but I have always advised to use USDC. It is the most reliable from all the stablecoins, even more reliable than Tether. Okay, so what can I say? It does suck for them, but it is just bad judgment, I guess. You know, maybe, you know, they didn't do their own research or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, let's move forward. So Luna, can it make a comeback? No. Why can't it make a comeback? Because billions and billions of Luna are still being minted to increase the supply, to try and fight back and get the TERRAUSD back up to the peg, but it won't work. So as you can see, the supply of Luna has increased from 346 million to 7.1 billion in just 4 days. This has absolutely decimated the value of the token, which has fallen from all the way from $63, and it was over $100 at one point, to less than 10 cents. It is absolutely shocking, and I do not believe that it will come back. There is no chance that Luna will recover. As you can see, the massive supply increase has accelerated the fall in Luna's price, which is down. So it's just a vicious cycle. Okay, as you know, Luna is the token used to help UST meet its peg with $1. If the price of UST goes above $1, you know, $1 of Luna can be burned and redeemed for 1 UST. Anyway, if it goes below the peg, traders can swap for Luna. So let's continue with this video. And now that we've clarified that most certainly we are not seeing Luna make a comeback, I would bet my life savings on that. I don't think TERRAUSD is ever going to be back $1 peg. Let's talk about further information that prove this. So as you can see with this tweet here, Do Kwon knew it was coming the whole time. So as you can see, Terraforma Labs Korea was dissolved on April the 30th, 2022, and it was registered in Singapore on May the 4th. The liquidator was Kwon Do Hyung. So as you can see, I'm going to click on this. This is in South Korean, but as you can see, that says Terraforma. It was dissolved in South Korea. That's where Do Kwon is from, and there's his name. It shows his name there. It shows liquidation there. That's his name. It says it was registered somewhere else on May the 4th. I believe it was registered in Singapore. So as you can see, told you saying he moved to Singapore. Yes, indeed, he has. He's lived there for a while, but he dissolved the entire Korean entity right before the crash, you know? So there has to be a reason for that. He knew something was coming. He knew about it. And look at this. This is jail-worthy stuff, you know? It's totally jail-worthy stuff, and I think he deserves jail time for this. He is an absolute scammer, and he deserves to be locked up for what he's done to people. People have lost their entire life savings, you know? Let's go on to his actual profile. So Do Kwon. Let me show you the gravity of what has happened here. Okay. Where is he? There he is, Do Kwon. So he is trying and trying, and in fact he's been really quiet today. He hasn't said anything today. But let's see what he said yesterday. There are people in the comments here that are talking about how much they've lost, and it was just really, really saddening. So yeah, here, let's check this tweet and let's check the comments in here. And as you can see, you know, people are just really angry. Look at this guy. He lost 800k of his life savings. You know, he's angry, and people are angry. You know, people have lost here. He's lost $10,000. Who's going to pay his rent? He's lost 5,500. People have lost huge amounts of money in Luna. Okay, and one of the other potential theories that went around is that BlackRock and Citadel, they borrowed 100k Bitcoin from Gemini, 100k Bitcoin from Gemini, so that's 100,000 worth of Bitcoin. So 100,000 multiplied by 30,000 US dollars, which is a huge amount of money. They borrowed all that, and you can see it in their loan book. They swapped 25k of that Bitcoin into UST, so Do Kwon stablecoin, and then they did the full-scale attack. Then when the time was right, they called up Do Kwon at Terra Foundation, and they said they wanted to sell a lot of Bitcoin for UST. And because it was a large trade, they said they didn't want to move the market, and asked if he would like to buy their large block of Bitcoin at a huge discount. So they weren't selling it to him for, you know, whatever the price of Bitcoin was at the time. They were selling it for cheaper. And obviously Do Kwon took the bait. He gave them loads of UST, and that lowered the UST liquidity significantly. And at that point, BlackRock and Citadel, they dumped all of the Bitcoin and all the UST, causing massive slippage, triggering, you know, a cascade of forced selling in both assets. People's stop losses were activated, etc. And that's what happened. It just caused a crash and triggered huge amounts of you know, withdrawals, more withdrawals than Anchor can pay. And obviously, you know, there's a huge layoff in Luna, and as you can see, the $1 peg was broken, wrecked the market further, and now BlackRock and Citadel can buy the Bitcoin back very cheaply to repay the loan. Okay, because they were betting on it going down, so now they can pay back the loan, and they pocket billions, in fact, of all the difference. So yeah, that is market manipulation, and that is another theory. But the thing is, I'm not totally buying it, because, you know, Do Kwon, as you can see, he dissolved the company. So these two theories are kind of going against each other. If one's right, the other is kind of not right. So maybe it's just fake news spreaded by Do Kwon and the people at Luna to try and you know, to try and take people's eyes away from the fact that they dissolved the company and they knew it was coming. So I don't know, you know, we don't know what's going on, but we can only predict. Further information has recently come out about Do Kwon, the person behind this, and I hope this guy gets locked up. This guy is finished in the crypto spaces. He will never launch anything else ever. But in 2020 he actually launched a different stablecoin project, and he had he wasn't doxed. He had Rick and Morty as his name. You know, Rick and Morty was their kind of names, and you know, it was the same people at Terraform Labs, and essentially that token, you know, that stablecoin crashed too. So he is known to be a failure, but obviously he wasn't doxed at the time, so people didn't realize this, and obviously they have realized now. So essentially that is the end of the video. As you the main takeaways from this is, number one, Luna will never ever make a comeback. UST is probably not going to go back to $1 peg. So if it goes as close as possible to 80 cents again, or 90 cents, this is not financial advice, but I personally would try and sell whatever I'm holding to get back as much stablecoin value I can and transfer that into USDC. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so do what you want. The other thing is, remember, we don't know what happened, whether it was BlackRock, whether it was Do Kwon dissolving the company. We don't know, but we can only make educated guesses. But in due course, I'm sure the authorities will be investigating Do Kwon, and hopefully he will get locked up if he does come here, or if he's extradited here or to the United States. Anyway, that is at the end of the video. This is the Cash Creator signing off. Thank you for watching. Peace out.